Before we start the show, we just want to let you know we're a part of Bard Rock Network, sponsored by Dragon Master Games. Dragon Master Games is a local game store with an online storefront where you can get TTRPG products and collectibles, including trading cards. Just go to their website in the show notes and write in the comments Bard Rock Network sent you. You can also support the network by subscribing to our Patreon or Ko-fi to access network-wide bonus content, get shoutouts on network shows, receive network swag, and get invited to our several annual community game nights. Anyway, on with the show.
Hello and welcome back to Dungeons & Dialogue, Episode 2. In Episode 1, our party met, sort of, and got to know each other, sort of, and agreed, sort of, to go on a quest to rescue some dwarves from an excavation after a kind of sketchy NPC told them she'd give them extra money to do it for her and not for the town. How's everybody feeling going into this quest?
I mean, great. I'm gonna steal some shit from some dwarves.
I love sketchy
people. Help them.
I've never been on a quest.
That's right, I forgot about her.
Or is this a job?
Same thing.
I don't know if I like this sketchy lady. Unless I'm sketching her.
Sorry, what
I
now?
don't know.
This is a hot mess of a party, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not yet. Give it time.
I think that time is
Are
coming.
we going somewhere?
Well, you
Ashlyn just stares off into the distance because nobody seems to be answering her questions. So she's just staring off at the trees and the wind blowing through the leaves.
I don't really know what defines a quest, so maybe?
You start with a question, and then you have to go from there.
It's really a question without the ion.
Yeah, that's the energy part.
So where are these
So are we
dwarves?
starting now? Or... I don't understand.
Yeah, no, this walk we're taking, that's the start of it. Like, Merzel will
we're
start walking towards
Are
where
we walking right now? I thought we were standing.
No,
You were standing.
Like, what Ashlyn doesn't realize is when she wasn't looking, they put a little red wagon under her, so while she's been standing there, she's been steadily moving.
And Tev is probably pulling it.
Alexander sure as heck is not.
Merzel will at least start walking towards wherever they are supposed to go.
Yep. And you would know from the job posting that you're heading to the dwarven excavation ruins of Leylon, about 15 miles southwest of Finland, so it is a fair hike.
What was the name again?
Leylon. Leilon.
What time of day is it right now?
Yeah. You guys got a long rest. It is morning when you embark from Vandal.
Yay, spell
The quest doesn't
slot.
have an encounter. Yep, the quest doesn't have any encounter tables or anything. So, unless you want to do more banter as you travel and walk, you're basically going to teleport there.
We're not even at that level yet.
But I like the outside.
I'd like to learn to teleport.
I like the outside. I like experiencing the outside.
Well,
I can
you
teach you
got
this level of
15
time
miles
travel.
to experience, so plenty of time to do whatever it is you do.
Alexander actually knows how to time travel, but it's only 1 second at a time and forward, not backward.
Yes, it's, wizard magic is limited in that capacity.
You will notice that as we head along, that Ashlyn just starts picking up random pebbles, like any little pebbles, small little pebbles, different sizes, pretty colors, and just starts collecting them and putting them in her pouch. And if anybody looks really closely, you'll notice that she's almost constantly, there's like a small, teeny tiny flare of magic as she collects these pebbles, and she seems to be imbuing them somehow as we head along.
So what are you storing those for?
Oh, well, in case there's danger, and also because they're pretty.
I love pretty things.
So you're collecting pebbles for magical reasons because they're pretty?
Well, yeah, they're pretty, but also they can hurt things if they try to hurt you.
Good noted, I suppose.
Do you want to see?
Yes, please.
She pulls out a pebble and just like throws it at like, I don't know. Was there anything like on this path besides trees?
I mean, trees, rocks. Let me find a generic encounter table and see if I can get you a actual wildlife to throw it at.
Oh, she wouldn't throw it at a wildlife. A rock will do. So she pulls out the pebble and she just kind of lobs it at a larger boulder that's on the side of the road. And you notice when it hits it, it actually puts a crack in the boulder. You wouldn't think that a pebble would do that to a boulder. Out of game, she's using Magic Stone is her cantrip. She can imbue pebbles to throw them at people.
That was my guess.
And hurt
Very
them.
cool.
Okay. Noted. Do not mess with Ashlyn's pebbles.
You could throw one too.
I doubt it would work as well. Because
No, try it.
Okay.
She hands you a pebble.
I'm going to yeet it at the same rock.
It works just as well.
Yep, the magic stone spell does in fact say you can hand the magic stone to other people to throw. And after taking 2 of those, the rock splits clean down the middle.
That made it look a lot more impressive than my throw was.
You get to use my spell casting to to hit, and you get to use the damage associated with Magic Stone. When I use the cantrip, I get to imbue 3 pebbles, and I can hand them off to people, or I can use them myself.
That's a cool
That's a fun spell.
Wow.
See?
It's an
And she just goes
underutilized
back and
concept.
picks up the 2 pebbles that we threw and puts them back in her pouch.
And so your journey...
Certainly a useful ability.
I think so.
My spells tend to be a little flashier. Not intentionally, just... Usually they involve expensive materials and not rocks. I'm kind of jealous of your... thriftiness.
You want a pebble?
I'm quite alright, thank you. But
Are you sure? You
I'm
can
good.
have one.
I have necromancy bullshit.
Oh.
And Alexander is gonna, do a really awkwardly what he thinks is a cool pose, but is kind of just him walking, looking off into the distance, looking slightly constipated.
I was
Ashlyn,
gonna make you roll performance, but it sounds like you already decided your roll was low, so...
My charisma is only a +1, so I doubt it looks cool anyway.
Ashlyn just looks at Alexander for a second, probably a second too long, and you just hear, "All right," in your head.
I never know how to respond to that. What am I supposed to say? He's just gonna spin around on his heel.
She looks at you very confused. She looks at you very confused as you say that. What are you talking about?
Well, what's the polite response to someone talking in your head?
I don't know.
Is there even a polite response? Can you hear my thoughts when I say something to you like that? Or is it just a one-way kind of thing?
It's one way. At least for now. And I can't hear your thoughts. I can just say things to you in your head.
Noted.
And she'll just keep wandering off, barefoot, just enjoying the feel of the dirt and the grass in between her toes.
And she gets to enjoy the dirt and the grass between her toes until you get closer to the excavation, which is in the mountains, and the terrain gets a little bit rockier.
She's still barefoot.
Absolutely. All right, once you arrive at Leyland, you see the canyon's rocky walls rise to a height of 80 feet. At the end of the canyon, there's a 20-foot high wall of black stone that has a broken gate carved into it, with one stone door hanging precariously by a hinge and the other door missing entirely. Beyond this gate, in the shadow of a great mountain east, lies a ruined settlement. As you listen for any sort of sound, all seems mysteriously quiet.
Seems like the perfect place to walk into an ambush. I would like to do a perception or investigation sort of thing to see if there is any active assailants nearby.
All right, so are you just like doing a quick scan of the area visually and listening, which would be perception, or are you like actively checking for areas someone might be hiding?
I would like to actively check for areas that people
All right.
might be hiding, as well as, like, you know, any signs of, like, recent, you know, shifting of rocks or whatever.
Oh, sure, an excavation site. I'm sure that'll be that. And that'll be investigation.
Oh, that's a terrible start. A nat 1 plus 5. 6.
Well, seeing Alexander trying to look around, Ashlyn will try to follow his lead, except she's just gonna try and see if there are any tracks, you know, see if she can find any footprints or indications of people passing in and out, and if so, who or how many, or any creatures.
Of
Really
course.
creatures. She'd really like to know if there's any creatures.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and say Alexander with his 1 sees some indiscriminate footprints and such around, but has no idea what they are. Like, it could be anyone's footprints, it could be any age. But go ahead, Ashlyn, and roll your own investigation check to see if you can see something other than spiritly aged footprints.
Can I roll survival for tracking instead?
Oh, absolutely. Since you are specifically trying to track, that'll be great.
Oh, yeah, that's also a natural one.
Oh,
Plus 7
No.
for 8.
All right, well, the 8, what I'll
We're
give
killing
you
it.
is...
Are you
you look
sure
through
you
the
don't-
settlement, you do find that once you get inside that inner gate, you find that pretty much the place has been ransacked, and you do find lots of crushed dwarf bones and signs of recent campfires. So you see signs that people were here recently, but things didn't look like they ended well. It looks like you also see that there's looks like the original inhabitants were killed by an avalanche. There's a lot of rubble around here, like looks like rocks fell to the top of the mountain, but like that was probably there before the excavators were.
Alright, seeing as they found nothing, Myrzel is just going to loudly yell, "Hey, little fucking varmints, where are you?"
Oh no.
This is gonna go
Ah.
great.
Tev is going to melt into the wall out of either trying to be stealthy or being embarrassed.
All right, Tev, roll a stealth check.
Could she have advantage because Myrzel is taking up everybody's attention if there are people here?
You guys are just standing out in the open, so I'm gonna say no.
Fair enough.
That's an 11.
You believe yourself. Anyway, who are you calling
following-
varmints?
Oh, people.
Yeah. Yep, you see 2 dwarves come out, and one of them goes, "Who are you calling varmints, you? I'm not a varmint, I'm a dwarf."
Been out where your ass about a horse piece. You the ones that asked for adventurers to help?
Adventurers? I didn't ask for no adventurers. Tell you what, anyone who wants to go ahead and roll a history check. The DC is super low.
Okay.
Well, with our track record, it's going to be lower than 1.
17.
I mean 6.
Thir-
Yeah, 6.
13.
All right, so Alexander and Ashlyn will both remember your quest was to warn these guys there's a dragon. They shouldn't be hanging out. They wouldn't ask for anybody to come. They're surprised you're here.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Alright.
gonna shoulder check big guy, not trying to do damage, just bonk into him, say,
You probably hurt yourself doing that.
oh, definitely, my strength is a -2, so I'm just gonna, essentially just stand right next to him and, you know, there's a dragon, apparently terrorizing the mountains, and we were sent from Vandalin to warn you to get out, essentially.
And the second dwarf that hadn't yet spoken to, "Oh gosh darn, now is that all it is a dragon? Dragons are just a thing of the mountains, hun. Yeah, but yeah, we probably should wrap up our excavation, and we could use your help if you can help us get through here. We'll get back to town. Look at split."
So if we help you, you'll come back?
Sure, and tell you what, if you help us excavate some of the treasure, we can split it with you.
Deal.
Deal.
Fantastic. So what we'll do is, we aren't so good at the fighting. There's an ochre jelly in there. It attacked us something fierce, but we did get out of there okay. But we are not equipped to deal with the threat of that caliber. So if you want to just go do that and check the place for other dangers, once you have the place, give us the all clear, we'll come in and help you survey.
Right.
Right.
Do you have like a basic layout of the place since you went in there already?
All right, let me just open up a common sap block and see if he can draw a map. Hold on a second.
Doesn't have to be a good one.
Just a blank page with an X on it.
You are here. Jelly is there. There may or may not be walls in the way.
Hey, you're gonna make me use the snip tool for theater of the mind. Okay, hold on.
I mean, you could just tell me that there's a map. You don't actually have to
Yeah.
show me the map.
Oh, okay. I was overthinking this. Yes, they totally have a map, but they had only explored through the first 3 rooms before they got to that jelly. So it's you're basically, you went through the gate. You're standing in the second room, and then there's another corridor, and then there's like an area that forked, and somewhere around there is where they lost track of the ochre jelly.
Can I do a history or something to see if I know anything about ochre jellies?
That would be a nature check.
Then actually, that's not that bad. I always think nature is a wisdom. 7. I rolled a 4.
You know they look like jello. Deadly jello.
Deadly jello.
Do they seem to be telling us the full truth, or are they hiding anything from us?
Roll an insight check.
Nope. Ashlyn doesn't know. It was a natural 1 for an 8.
Oh no.
Yeah, with an 8.
My passive insight is 17.
Well, for let's say with the passive insight, you get the knowledge on the level, but you do realize they haven't given you their name.
Oh, she wouldn't even think to ask.
That's
so.
perfectly fine, but she does offhandedly realize, I don't know their names.
Well, we're doing this, right? Isn't that we're on a job? I'm still confused on the whole semantics of this situation, but we are doing this, correct?
All I remember about ochre jellies is that they look like jello, so might be not that bad.
Can I do a nature check for ochre jellies?
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's a 23.
All right, so what do you know about ochre jellies? They are classified as oozes, so amorphous blobs. You know that they resist slashing, acid damage, and they're outright immune to lightning or slashing damage. And you know that a whole bunch of conditions won't affect them. Mostly, you know, they like to live in caves, and they slip through, they're like dark, moist spaces, basically. And they can cling to walls and ceilings, and they can slide through very tiny spaces easily because their bodies are basically liquid like a camel.
Oh, I know about ochre jellies. So, they are blobs, they're oozes, and they can change form really easily, so they can slip in and out of all sorts of places. Also, do any of you do sparky things like lightning? Because that won't work. And then I look around. Does it appear that anybody is holding any slashing weapons in our group?
Yes, the half-orc with the giant sword.
I have a dagger.
That's piercing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you stick them in the pointy end.
Yes. Oh, and that won't work on them. It needs to be poke or smash, not slash.
Oh, I only sort of got the one option, so
You want this?
not
And
particularly.
she pulls out a sling
Yeah, no.
and offers you a couple pebbles.
I'll go ahead and say, if you make a point of saying when you hit the ochre jelly that you are stabbing with the tip of the sword, we can use piercing damage. That's not raw. but the sword end is pointy and stabbable. Just don't swing
that's
the
no
cutty
fun.
way. I mean, you're welcome to swing the cutty way. But with a 23, Ashlyn would also know that if you cut it, if you use a slashing attack on it, it will create more jellies.
Also, if you do hit it with that, it will become more. You'll create little babies that could hurt you.
That's just more things to fight.
You really shouldn't.
That
I mean, I have this. I show him the sling, and I'm like, but I also have this, and I show him a quarterstaff. I don't really use either. So, do you want one?
Like I said, I'm good.
I don't think you are. But okay. She puts them back.
you just
And she
killed
still
them.
just stands there.
I guess we just have to kill it faster than it multiplies, I suppose.
I was checking to see if these miners have anything that can help you. Their inventory includes rations, water, mining tools, and and they have a single magic item they're about to share with you.
Ooh.
But unfortunately, nothing that does a non-slashing damage. They didn't even give these things pickaxes. That's how useless they are for you guys in combat. Like, oh, here, we can stay in touch with y'all, and they hold you out a sending stone.
Mine. I will take it.
That's cool, because Ashlyn was just staring at it.
Yeah, so-
Unless Tev could die for it.
Oh, we have enough for all of you, but we left our bag over there with the jelly because we ran away so fast. So, we have one here, and we have that extra one. And then the rest of you, once you get rid of the jelly, you get our bag, you can get the extra sending stones. We all have one.
What are we waiting for?
I was waiting on you. I understood the job pretty quickly. Kill the squishy thing.
I normally don't stand much for violence, but yeah, it's fine, I guess.
I mean, magic item. It go burr.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, and the dwarves explain, a sending stone is basically it lets you talk to people across great distances. It is like casting the sending spell, but to a very specific destination. And for those of you who don't know above game, it's basically a magic walkie-talkie.
And sorry, so who took the sending stone? Was that Alexander or
Yes.
It was Alexander.
I was
So
close.
Alexander has your guys' comm.
Tev? Well, Ashlyn wasn't gonna take it. Well, I'm not gonna go in first.
Well,
Then,
then Tev will.
Not
No,
it.
Merzel's leading the way. If we're fighting something, we'll put the big man up front.
You'll just keep getting directions because Ashlyn has the map, so she's just gonna be talking in your mind, giving you directions from the map.
So for the first two rooms,
As we
the directions
head into
are
the
go
space.
straight. Because basically what's going to happen is you guys are in the temple courtyard now, and the map indicates the next area is the foyer. Or the foyer, as some may call it.
For yay.
For yeah.
And what you see when you enter the foyer is spikes hammered into the floor holding open the two sets of double doors. And what appears to be what once was apparently a secret door. You can see like it blended into the wall, but someone already opened it, and nothing is in there but rubble. It's already been cleared.
That's a pity.
But like you
You'd
get the
love a
impression
big
there might be other secret doors.
Poke around, see if we can
Okay, so the foyer
see which room
and
this
then...
jelly escaped to.
Yeah.
Because didn't they only explore out 3 rooms?
Yeah. So what you see in the foyer area, you see to the north of you, you see that room, the secret ring. Give me a second here. You see another passageway to the south that's blocked by rubble, and then the room dead ahead of you is where they encountered the jelly.
I imagine Ashlyn is trailing in the back, very distracted, just looking over everything. She doesn't often come to places like this. So she's probably glancing around, seeing, because we saw the secret door, so she's going to glance around and see if she can find any indications in this first room that there might be another one.
There is not. I won't even make you roll for that one. But you can see the south end of this room the other doorway is blocked by rubble. You could spend time clearing it and go that way.
Oh no, she's just looking.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
She's gonna follow the group. She's just trailing, looking over everything.
You all know from the map that the next room is the temple proper.
Jelly
And that's
time.
probably where the jelly is. Jelly time.
Yeah, let's go clear that guy out, and then we'll
I
do the
am
old flip over.
the old flip over.
Ashlyn absentmindedly puts a few pebbles in her hand.
I'm gonna pull out my
She's
spell
just
book.
holding them.
Ted kind of turns around. Do you want me to check things before we head in?
Do you want to?
Seems
I-
wise.
Yeah. Last thing I need
You
is...
should do what you want.
Right. Because that's worked for me in the past before. Cool. All right. Can't have... kind of... Is it just a doorway?
Yeah, it's just a big empty archway, and it goes into like the primary room of a place of worship.
All right, then she would want to slip into along the side of the archway and try to stealth inside.
With your
along
pre-
the edge.
with your previous 11, you believe you are stealth.
I believe I am stealth.
What you see as you enter the room, because you are the first person to enter the room, you see a blood-stained limestone altar at the far end of the room, and you recall that is where Dazzlin and Norvis eventually did give you their names. That's roughly where they encountered the ochre jelly and scared them off.
Stepping into the room, does Myrzel see the ochre jelly anywhere?
Roll perception.
Oh no.
We've been rolling so well, I don't know what that oh no is for.
I'm not walking in that room until I can see that fucking jelly.
17.
Well, Ashlyn's moving very slowly. She's not in the room yet.
17 on perception.
17 on perception. Seeing the bloodstained altar, you look up and you do in fact see a jelly. And with a 17, you also glance and see a slimy form on the wall. It looks like there's actually a second jelly that they hadn't noticed.
Good, there's two of them.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
You assholes want to get down off the ceiling and start this thing proper? And Myrzel will start taking the sword off his back.
Is it initiative time?
I mean, if you hadn't loudly announced that you knew that they were there, you might have gotten a surprise round. But yes, the jellies flop down to the floor since the jig is up.
huh.
And now everybody roll initiative.
What color are they?
Would I have a chance to bonus action rage as they're falling?
Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah.
Please don't screw me up.
What color are they?
I'm sorry?
What color are they?
Based on their tokens in roll 20, I'm going to say yellow.
I think they're ochre colored.
I was gonna say, isn't ochre already
Wait,
a
should
color?
we be in roll 20?
No, I use roll 20 because I can't bring my dice with me because I'm in a hotel room. I just use it to roll my dice for me because I have
Ochre
to
is
NPC stat blocks.
A natural clay earth pigment, a mixture of ferric oxide and varying amounts of clay and sand.
The more you know.
Don't say never learn nothing, kids.
This is an educational.
Yeah, leave that in the edit. Let's teach the kids what the color ochre is.
No, the color ochre. Ochre is like a leaf
Is it?
vegetable.
Yeah. Ochre, yeah, that's her.
And it's also probably green, but I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Yeah, ochre
The one
is. That's
I need is
O-K-R-A.
green, but
Hey folks, we just want to take a break from the action to let you know how you can support the show. As a part of Bard Rock Network, you can support us through a number of our affiliate programs, where a portion of your order goes to support the network. Everyone loves dice, right? Fan Roll Dice make dice of all shapes and sizes, as well as accessories like trays, bags, and towers. Or maybe you want to take better campaign notes. Just check out Minva RPG and look at their assortment of campaign journals and tools. Finally, you can level up your game night with tea or coffee from Many Worlds Tavern. In addition to delicious tea and coffee, they have stickers, tokens for your favorite trading card games, and playmats. Qualifying orders even come with free dice. All those affiliate links can be found in the show notes, and you just need to use Bard Rock Cafe at checkout to save your order.
Christina, I'm all caught up in my favorite actual play podcasts. What should I do?
All of them? Even my podcast, Agents of Damned?
That's right. Your show's excellent, but I'm up to date on that one too. I'm not sure what to check out next.
Yeah, I know. There's just so many excellent actual play productions out there, it can be overwhelming to choose one.
Not to worry, friends. I can make some recommendations.
Oh my gosh, it's multi-talented TTRPG actual play performer and professional musician Marty Balmer.
That's right. Just check out my new podcast, College of Whispers. We're the actual play book club that can help you find your new favorite production. Join me and my co-host Vicky every month as we review and analyze different productions in a spoiler-light format that's both entertaining and informative.
Wow, that sounds great. You don't just look at the big name productions, right?
Yeah, I feel like whenever I ask for podcast recommendations, the same handful of super popular mainstream shows is all I get suggestions for.
Not to fear, on College of Whispers, we look at a mix of big names and indie productions, so the scrappy up-and-coming shows can get their moment in the sun as well.
Well, I'm sold. I'm gonna go download College Whispers on my favorite podcatcher right now. Thanks, Marty.
Wait, Paul, we're part of the Bard Rock Network now. How is any of this news to you?
Give them a listen, everybody. I have rolled initiative for the two jelly friends.
Tev coming in
I had
with
18.
22.
Jeez.
All right, who had 22?
Tev.
All right. Rogue doing rogue things.
Merzel had 18.
Yep, I got Mirzul. How about Alexander?
10.
10. And last but not least, Ashlyn.
Oh, I got a natural 1 for 4.
Get new dice. That is your third
Everyone
nat
needs
one.
to refresh their dice. I'm gonna shake mine up.
Put
So,
that one in
the net-
salt.
I feel the need to share with you all. On the network's flagship show, Bard Rock Cafe, we roll wild magic every time someone rolls a natural 1 or a 20. You all would be so screwed having natural
Yeah, I don't
ones
like
roll.
that.
Yeah,
It's actually really fun. I suggest you try it in your home games.
someone would
I
have
don't
been
think
a
you
plant
understand
already.
how often I roll natural 1s. There's a reason that halflings are my favorite. Because in general, I roll well, but when I roll bad, I roll 1s.
I usually don't. I'm usually average.
I mean, we're on track right now. I've already rolled 2 natural 1s. It's usually about 4 a session.
Great.
Oh dear. Alright, Tev, you are up. You're all at the entranceway of the room. It looks like if any of you use your full movement, you can get in melee with the jellies, which are both roughly in the center.
Cool. Then Tev is going to just kind of move up to the closest one and do a stabby stab with daggers. And my
Alright,
question would be, would she get sneak attack if
she's
she's
not.
theoretically stealth?
Alright, so with your 11, I need to actually roll perception for these things and see. Actually, their passive perception is what's for. Their passive perception is 8. You absolutely do not see him.
Yes!
So yes, you'll get your sneak attack this time. You'll have to do the hide action again afterward if you want to do it that way again.
Yeah.
I don't think she can. Cunning action is a level 2 thing.
Oh, that's right. I'm used to playing levels that don't suck.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that was a level 2 rogue creature, because I usually just play games that start level 3. So yeah, you'll have to go through the trouble of hiding again using a full ass action. But for now, you get sneak attack if you land your hit.
That's an 18 to hit.
That beats this thing's comically low armor class, so that is a hit. Roll your damage, including the sneak attack.
Okay, so that's 8. Alright, sneak attack was 1, so with the dagger plus 8, that's 9.
Alright, 9. It'll take it, and you watch as like a little glob that does not form into a new ooze just splashes off of it, and it gurgles at you with fury.
Sorry.
not
Gurgle,
personal.
gurgle, gurgle, gurgle!
I'm just trying to imagine a gurgle with fury.
And can I do a second action?
Do you have an offhand weapon?
I do. It's dagger.
Yes, you can offhand stab. You will not get your sneak attack with the second one. So you'll just get an 8 d4, but you can.
It's another dagger.
True. 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Tab after stabbing somebody for the first time. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. That's another 8.
Oh, you don't get to add your
Yeah, you don't get sneak
dex
attack damage.
bonus.
It should just be a d4, no bonus.
Oh,
unless...
It is the D4. It's a 1d4 plus 4.
No, you don't.
No,
get the
you
plus
don't
4.
get the +4 on your offhand.
Yeah, you need. There's a special fighting style you need to have to get that. And/or a feat.
And,
So it's just 4.
okay.
Hey, 4's damage is pretty good for a dagger. You just killed the commoner. Congratulations. Also, bubble noises. Alright, so that is your movement, your action, your bonus action. You are fully engaged with both of these jellies. Next up is Mirzul.
Yeah.
Wait, is Tev flanked currently by both of the jellies, or is
I'm going
or
to
are
say...
they just in combat with one of them?
Tev is in front of one, diagonal to the other, so not flanked.
Okay.
Mirzul will come up and meet the one that Tev is already attacking.
Alright.
21.
Are you using a slashing attack?
I am.
So you deal no damage, and it splits into 2.
It can only cut so many times. It can only get so small.
You're making it stronger!
Am I not?
I warned you.
He is raging, which makes him stupider than he already is.
But she warned you before you were raging.
Well, yeah, you forget when you just get so angry you forget things.
Sure.
Alright, so now there are, to the left of the center of the room, 2 small jellies. And to the right, 1 bigger jelly.
I'm getting a splitting headache, guys.
You get inspiration for making a terrible pun.
Yay.
Ah.
It's the damn discretion to give inspiration. I like bad puns.
Oh, I thought she was getting a headache.
Oh no, she was making a joke because the jelly
split. Also, I think that would be Alexander's reaction to what our barbarian is currently doing.
Alright, so that is the barbarian's action. Does Mirzul have a bonus action, or did he rage before the battle for no good reason?
Well, you rage because now everything only hits half as hard.
Oh, you were afraid you'd get attacked first. That's fair.
Yeah.
So are you all
So
set
that's
then?
the barbarian's whole shtick is raging. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Alright, Alexander, you are up. There are now 3 jellies.
Great. I'm going to.
Fireball.
I don't
At
have
level
fireball yet. Otherwise, I
at level
would.
1, that's called cheating.
Please no.
These things don't look smart, right?
They do not.
I'm going to
I'm not
cast
even
Mind
gonna roll for
Sliver. You drive a disoriented psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within range. It must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn. So,
What is your save DC?
13.
13. Alright, let's see. Which of the 3 jellies you hitting? One of the 2 baby ones or the bigger one?
The big boy.
Alright. Roll this with its -4 to intelligence. See how it does. That is a -3.
Great! Alright, so
That's right, it rolled a natty 1. So I'm going to go ahead and roll your d4 to the damage.
it's a d6, and then
Oh.
it subtracts a
Oh,
d4
I
from the
see.
next saving throw.
Subtract d4. I did not read the spell roll. That's my bad.
Okay, so do I add my spellcasting modifier to the damage?
You do not.
No, so
No.
it's just 6.
Nice.
Yes.
And I have marked this one gets a d4 subtracted from its next
saving throw.
Saving throw. Okay.
So it might not
So-
get used, but it's a cool spell. And I am going to
And which one was that?
the
big one
boy.
that has not been split.
Okay.
I'm gonna enter the room, but slide kind of against the wall. Not get into like melee range, but get into the room itself.
All right, you are in the room.
Did you slide left or right?
Left. And
Two
that is
hops
my
this
turn.
time. I have too much little shit energy to be a DM, I swear. Alright, so that was Alexander's turn. Next is the oozes. Alright, so we're gonna have let's do a fortune roll. Mirzo, even or odds?
Odds.
Alright, you rolled even. The first jelly is gonna go after Tev. So it's going to use its pseudopod attack on you.
That's a fun word.
I'm guessing a 7 does not hit your AC. Tev?
Tev?
Yeah, I'm guessing a 7 doesn't hit you, Tev.
It does not.
The other two are going to go after Mirzul. A dirty 20.
Shield. No, I'm just kidding. Surprise the barbarian, no shield. Yeah, 20 hits.
Century.
Yep, so you're going to take 8 bludgeoning and 6 acid damage.
Okay, that is...
The bludgeoning gets halved to 4.
Yeah. That is still most of my health because of this motherfucking acid damage.
That is alarming.
Yeah, it rolled max damage on the acid. It gets 1d6.
Does wizards know that you're level 1? And it's doing
You're a
2 types of
barbarian.
damage?
Here's the thing, and we'll talk about this more at the fireside chat. The exact instructions are for this room. There's an ochre jelly on the ceiling. If the party has 2 or more characters, not including sidekicks, there's a second ochre jelly. They are challenge rating 2, which means one of them is a challenge for a party of 4 level 2 people.
Oh boy, do I have thoughts for when we do our first fireside chat, because this is insane.
I have 7 HP! I could get blasted by the acid,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, you actually, at 7 HP, if you got hit with this exact attack, you instantly die, no death saves, so that's twice your HP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the only reason I'm still up is because I'm raging. This is bad design, wizards.
It's hard to make something that isn't lethal for first level
Maybe
characters.
we should have chosen a different quest for our first one, guys.
Maybe we should
Maybe
have brought a
wizards should
healer.
learn how to write a good quest and not do this
Like, maybe they
bullshit.
should have picked a stat block that doesn't get to roll 2 large dice. Like, it rolled 2d6 plus... It rolled 3d6. That's a lot of damage at level 1. And they put 2 of these things in this room. That is absurdly high. Like,
Okay, cool.
when
So yeah,
everyone
so
only has, so
And
yeah,
immune to
use
let's let the other one
damage.
attack me. I'll go down.
No, not just immune slashing damage. Slashing damage makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Alright, so Alexander did their thing, and then the Ooze did their thing. I have one more attack, Pseudopod.
Yep.
Ooze. This one's gonna... Yeah, you gave me a third Ooze.
Yeah, just go for it. Just
Alright, let's go. Let's go ahead. This one's gonna go after Tev.
that's
18.
even worse.
How much?
18 to hit.
That hits.
10 bludgeoning damage and 5 acid damage.
She's dead. She's dead.
Yeah, how
she's
much?
On death, she's on death saves. It's 15 total.
But how much health did Tev have?
10.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Alright, so Tev is down.
Yeah.
With the,
So that
Is it my
the
turn?
Ooze's turn. Yes, it is now Ashland's turn.
Cool. She looks over. Oh. That's not good. I should help. So she gives a little, and as she says help, she gives like a little finger tap in the air, and she casts Healing Word on Tev. For... let me see, sorry. Let me pull it up. Oh yeah, for 8 points of healing.
Nice.
Whoa! Big numbers.
I have a 20 in wisdom. I rolled real well, guys. I rolled an 18 on my stats, so I have a 20 in wisdom. And then for her action, after she does the little air tap, she grabs one of her pebbles and like sets it on her middle finger and like lines it up and does a little flick with the pebble towards the leftmost
All right.
ooze.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that's not great. That should be 12 to hit.
12 hits these things AC.
Wonderful. They take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
You're not sure how a blob of jello can look bloody, but it does.
Are you
It's less
okay?
viscous.
And then in
It makes high-pitched
Murzal's
bubble
head, he hears, "Don't do that again."
It's just angry yelling inside his head. Yeah, I would have. Had I known that this thing
She
does
can't
3D
hear what's inside your head. She can't hear what's inside your head.
The
She's
yelling's
saying
also
that
on
in
the
here.
outside. Don't worry.
Gibberish.
Yeah, over the table. Had
but
I
she's
known this
gonna-
thing does 3d6 damage, I would not have played into the dumb barbarian stereotype like this.
But she's gonna stay her like 2 steps back into the hallway that she has been this entire time. She's gonna stay there.
Absolutely. As the round's about to start, Kira hears the speech tone. Is everything okay in there? We heard a Wilhelm scream.
A Wilhelm scream?
Yeah, that's what they heard. That's what they heard when Kev went down.
Who the fuck is Wilhelm?
Everything's fine. I mean,
Roll deception.
everything's in a situation where you would not help by being here.
All right, that's fair.
We're working on
they
it.
agree with you. All right, and then Tev, you are back up. And now you are adjacent to Mirzal, so you will get sneak attack if you connect with an attack.
All right.
You should get the bloodied one.
Yeah, in that case, she's gonna kind of get herself steady. These things suck. And go for the dagger. What? Doesn't 11 hit?
It does.
Huzzah! So, that's a total of 9.
9 is enough to delete the weakest of the jellies off the board. It falls into a puddle of goo.
Curse you and your wicked ways.
Remind me not to step on that later.
Alright, that was your action. You have a bonus action, person who hasn't inherited other bonus actions yet. You are adjacent to all of the jellies.
Just stab at another jelly.
Alright, the big scary one or the other baby one?
The baby.
Okay.
18
Yep, that hits.
for 6.
Isn't the dagger a d4?
I have it as a D4 plus 4.
No,
Yeah, but
you-
it's your
you don't-
offhand
yeah.
attack.
Yep, we covered that earlier. You don't get your offhand attack does not get your dexterity bonus. So it's a
Oh,
two
it
then.
doesn't get the bonus. Okay,
Yep.
that's. I got confused there. So yeah,
So 2.
Yep.
so a 2.
A toasty 2 damage. It gurgles at you. Alright, Mirzal, you're up. And you hear through the speaking stone, hey, don't sun him in half! Don't do it!
And they can hear back from Murzal just yelling, "Shut the fuck up, Varmin!" And Murzal's gonna hit them with his sword again, but this time, he's going for the big one, and he'll turn his sword and, like a cricket bat, just bring it down overhead to, like,
Alright.
Smash
I'll
him
let
with
you
the
hit
flat
for
side.
bludgeoning. Yes, you can do bludgeoning damage. That is fine.
bet your ass I'm gonna do some bludgeoning damage. 19?
Hulk smash.
Yep, 19 will hit.
Oh, 13 damage.
13 damage. That's pretty toasty. and would have finished off the baby one if you had chosen it.
You gotta spread the love. Or anger, I guess,
I was
in the
about to
barbarian's
say.
case. But that's it.
Spread the
Alright.
aggression.
All right, Alexander is up. The big one still has the detriment from your last mind spike if you're thinking of casting it again, because they will not stack.
It's until my next turn,
Oh.
I believe. So.
Oh, okay. I thought it just said on their next one. Let me.
No, it's
here.
still it's
Before
until the end of her
my
next turn.
So yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So I will. If you cast it on that one again, we will let it supplant.
Is there a? You said poison doesn't work well on it, right, Ashlyn? Or did you not vocalize
no,
that?
acid. Acid.
Uh,
Poison's fine.
I'm gonna save my spell slots. Screw that. I'm gonna just I'm gonna give it a chill touch. I have to do it to hit, but it does a little more damage. So, does a 17 hit?
17 will hit. Are you shooting the baby or the big one?
The big boy still.
Okay.
I know the little one is low, but I don't care. Takes 7 damage and can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Tev might care. He's gonna punch her.
Yeah, so 7 necrotic damage.
Yep. It took the 7 necrotic damage.
Great. And that's my turn.
All right, the oozes are up. And that one, the big one, is really mad that Mirzul baseball batted it in the face, whatever counts as a face. It's going to pseudopod at him. That is a 10.
Nope.
The little baby jelly is going to go after Mirzul for a natural 20.
Oh,
By the way, just so everyone knows, I have I have roll 20 rolling with advantage at all times. In turn left universe, it rolled a natural 1.
The
so you're
duality
going
of
to take
booze.
18 reduced to 9 bludgeoning damage and 3 acid damage.
Well,
at least
Thank
you're not
God.
dead.
no, I mean, I would be out, except I'm a motherfucking half-orc, relentless endurance.
Yeah.
So you see
Nice.
Merzel take one across the chin, and somehow he's only more angry.
And for our listeners that are not familiar with that feature, can you please explain what it does?
So, Relentless Endurance is a special, I guess, racial ability that all half-orcs get. Once per long rest, when you're reduced to 0 hit points, but not outright killed, you can instead choose to drop to 1 hit point.
Alright, so Mirzul survives by the actual skin of his teeth as he takes one to the jaw.
Ouch. That looked painful.
And I just was spitting out a tooth going, is that all you got?
They're just resetting the jaw back into place.
Ugh.
A half melted jaw. Yeah, no, Mirzul is not having a good day. Neither is Tev. But that is all the jellies can do. And so, finally, last but not least, we have Ashlyn.
Is one of the jellies looking worse than the other?
The small one, from when they were split on the left, looks a little worse off. But it doesn't look substantially worse off than the other one. They look pretty close.
She is gonna do the same thing, grab another pebble, and she's gonna line it up, and she's gonna flick it at the other small one in front of Tev for another 12 to hit.
That will hit.
That's for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, it is still alive.
And she'll just look over everyone. Is everyone okay? Is this what jobs are?
Not usually. Depends on
And
the job,
then,
I suppose.
Ashlyn has learned
bonus
the
action.
difference.
Yeah, bonus action, she's gonna cast Magic Stone again so that she has 3 new pebbles that are
Awesome.
infused. And she's gonna stay where she is, in the tunnel.
Alright. And now, Tev, you are up. On your left, you have has more than a ghost of a sliver of HP amount of blob. And you have like a blob you estimate to be at about 1/3 of its full health on your left. Just the south side of blood.
Okay, then I'll go after the shoddy third. Try to squish that up. Tev just kind of swan dives into him. That's 16.
That does hit.
And would this also be with the sneak attack or no?
Yep, your buddy Mirzel's still right there, so you do get sneak attack.
Sweet, sweet. 7. Juicy 13.
13 damage is what you said?
Yep.
All right. They look like they look comparably damaged. Looks like a dagger attack wouldn't quite finish either of them off, but you're welcome to try.
I thought she was attacking the weaker one with that.
Oh, I thought she said she was attacking the one that looked like it had a third of its health left.
The third one. Yeah. Then she'll do a dagger into the same one.
Remember, you do not get to add your dex bonus.
That's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
And with an additional 3.
All right. It takes it. Mirzel, you are up. It looks like you're pretty confident you could finish one of these off with a good damage roll.
Alright, Is the tiny one looks like it has a bit more viscosity?
The tinier of the two looks like it is holding on by a thread. The larger of the two looks like it has slightly more thread.
Well,
Above games, they have a total of 9 HP between.
I was gonna say, if I nat 20 on this, can I hit both of them?
Sure, let's go for it.
Alright. I'll screen grab if I do. I don't. 14, so I'll take out the big one.
Okay. Roll your damage. Just to make sure you get enough.
14.
14 damage?
Yeah.
Nice. Yep, that will do it.
I was gonna say, if it was probably almost impossible for me, because I think minimum I do 7 damage.
Yep. Yeah, assuming, of course, you did baseball bat it and didn't forget to...
Yes, yeah.
At which point you'd have 3 health jellies to deal with. Anyway. I believe that is your turn.
Can I bonus action unarmed strike and try to stomp the little one?
No, because Raw, the bonus action unarmed strike, is a monk feature, and it requires key points. You can't do it unless you're there's ways you can do it, but you don't got them.
But what if I did? Yeah, that's it.
All right. Alexander, you are up. There's one lowly jelly that's looking really not strong.
Great. I'm gonna be overkill, and I'm gonna try and chill touch it again. Because I do not want to touch this thing with a 20-foot pole, so I'm gonna touch it with a 120-foot skeletal hand.
Hand is really creepy.
Actually, I won't,
Cool.
apparently, because I rolled another nat 1. You are going in jail. Yeah, so that would be a 4, and I don't think that hits. So.
It does not. The number is really low. A natural 1, also raw for an attack, always misses.
Great. I am going to look away and pretend that I never tried to cast the spell in the first place.
Only you had mind spiked it, for which it almost certainly would have failed.
Yeah, who knows. I went for the cool factor.
The jelly, surprised that it lived to fight another day, is going to pseudopod 10
Great.
for a 19. But take consolation knowing that in the turn left universe, roll 20 gave it a natural 20. So you dodged a crit. So 19, I believe, memory serves, does hit you.
Yeah.
You're going to take 9 bludgeoning and 2 acid damage.
Okay. Not dead.
Yeah.
Yep, just unconscious again, I believe.
Yes.
Frick.
Yeah. And mute.
Alright, so Tev goes down again. And you're gonna go, are you guys sure you got this?
I never said I did!
Alright,
Is it my turn?
That is the ooze's turn. Ashlyn is up.
Oh, Ashlyn grabs another one of her pebbles, balances it on her finger, and gives it a little flick at the ooze. which will be a 13 to hit.
That will hit, and I'm pretty sure your plus alone kills it, but let's see the number.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
That will do it. You have a puddle.
And then she's gonna walk slowly, because she doesn't do anything quickly, up to Tev on the ground, and she's gonna pull out, it looks like a beautiful juicy blueberry, and she's just gonna pop it in Tev's mouth. You wake up with 1 HP. I gave you a good berry. You also feel surprisingly full for the beginning of a day. Not hungry. Just nice.
Huh.
Yeah,
That
Tev, you're alive
feels-
again. Awesome. The room is now clear. We are running long. You get the impression this room is safe. You don't. If you wanted to take a short rest to regain some hit points, because 2 of you are at 1 HP, that would be advised. But that's going to be where we cut the episode regardless, because next time you'll explore further.
I'm gonna radio the
Sounds good.
dwarves. Dealt with your fucking oozes.
Oh, awesome, thanks. We'll meet you in the temple next time.
Great.
Thank you for checking out our show. As a reminder, we are part of Bard Rock Network, who you can support by checking out our sponsor, Dragon Master Games. Support a local game store, get yourself some TTRPG essentials, and help the network produce more excellent content. It really makes a difference.
Our show and all the other shows on Bard Rock Network wouldn't be possible without the support of people like you on our Patreon and Ko-fi. That's why we like to thank supporters who pledge above a certain tier at the end of network productions. This month's top supporters are Sarah, Queen, Viralore, and Paul. Thank you all so much for supporting the network. If you want to get shoutouts and other rewards, pledge on our Patreon or Ko-fi today. Links in the show notes.